was actually kind of cool. Oh, weird. Right, okay. You need to be there. And then I need to be... right. This goes in front of that. There. Oh, muting it. Cool. Alright, we're live.
Alright, I have to refresh, I think, because I don't have it yet.
Yep.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. I don't know why, but when we get these cloudier days, it ends up making my face look so red. It must be something with like my color correction.
Maybe.
I need like spotlights. Bam, bam.
I know, I was looking at that the other day, but I'm not going to get all that fancy.
Well, we'll see what the future brings us.
Yeah, right?
I just saw something that said, oh gosh, I hope that's not really loud in the stream. I have construction going on again. Oh,
Is it in your house or outside?
No, it's outside. Oh, jeez. I guess I'm gonna check. Hopefully that's not destroying everyone's ears.
I can hear it. It's not super loud, but it's loud enough. Like just background noise. I can hear it. It's not super loud, but it's loud enough.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Just background noise.
Here, let me surround my mic. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Here, let me surround my mic. Cool. All right, not that terrible. We got 4 people watching, and probably that means, I don't know, us.
Yes.
Because I got one here, one on phone, and one on you. So that means one person is here. Who's that? Who's here right now? Oh yeah, look at that. 3 people watching. Could be nobody.
YouTube.
Can you see me?
Yes.
YouTube man. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Brady.
Oh, hey, Mr. Parks, back at it again. That's solid attendance. Victor's
Victor.
here. Nice.
There's just a couple of questions.
I'll help you later. I'll help you later. I can't help you now. Okay?
I don't need it. There's literally
All right. Well, might as well get started since the whole class is here.
Yes. All 2 of you.
You guys have been really good about catching things live. And again, there's no worries if you can't catch this live. We know that there are other classes running probably at the same time as what we're doing. So if you're watching this later, that's cool too. We always do see that the views do spike a couple hours after we do this. So whenever you watch, that's cool. Just make sure you're on top of it and stay on top of the Google Classroom as well. Oh, happy late birthday, Brady.
Yes. Happy birthday.
What are you now, like 30?
It seems like it, right? We've been gone for so long.
Yeah. Wow. Hopefully you did something nice. Whatever that nice thing was in current situation. I'm 80.
That would make us like 120.
My goodness. All right, so we got a really short thing going on here today. Just talking about beaches. You know, it's going to warm up, and hopefully when this whole thing's done, you can find yourself with your nice, hot sand, cold water, nice little umbrella, refreshing drink. It's where my head is today. But it is a cloudy, not like that day right now. What is it, like 50-something degrees? It's all right. 40 degrees outside. Yikes, just kidding.
It's that cold?
Yeah, that's what my phone says. Yeah, it's something like 43. It'll hit just about 50 in about an hour or two. So
I was outside before. It didn't feel that cold.
maybe it's dry.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, beaches. That's where we're gonna be looking at talking about today. So, you know what a beach is, right? Strip of sediment that extends from the low tide line to a cliff. You've probably been to the beach somewhere, right? All the sand goes up to usually some kind of dune, right? Like that berm where you got all that vegetation. We've got some pictures. One thing that people probably don't do too often is check out. Oh no, it's not getting cut off. Check out the beach during winter, because during the summer and during the winter they are very, very different. The waves are different. So in the summertime, the waves are really, really tiny, and they kind of inch up to the beach. Now we say tiny; they could still be like 3 feet, 6 feet if you're talking about the ocean. But in regards to the beach itself, those are going to be the smaller waves that it gets, and those actually bring that sand to the beach, so it builds up. During the winter, it's the opposite. You get these bigger, larger waves. They've got more energy, and they're going to smash on the beach. And they usually take all that sand away and leave behind like pebbles, some cobbles. Depends on how big the waves are. But so you end up with some little differences between the two times of the year. Usually, really put yourself in like the mode of thinking about being at the beach, right? You can close your eyes, think about it, right? You walk to the beach from the parking lot. You usually walk past some dunes, right, with the little plants that are growing on them, and then you get to like a flat part, and then getting down to the water is usually a little bit on an angle, right? So that's what we're talking about here. You walk past those dunes, you get to that flat part. Usually that's like, where you put your towel, maybe a little bit on this part right here, this foreshore. And then there's the water right down there at the end of like that tiny little angled part. The weird part is that during the winter, this whole flat part, they call the berm, just gets totally eaten away. So you go from the dune to this really like steep angle down, and then it goes flat. And you could see that during low tide, that it's just like super duper flat and it's all rocky. It's not like the nice beach that you think of. So it goes in between these things, between the summer and the winter, and it just has to do with the different sizes of waves.
Have any of you guys that are watching been to the beach in the wintertime?
Okay, so you probably have seen something similar, or maybe not looked for these tiny little changes, but sometimes it's pretty obvious, right? If you are used to the beach looking one way, and then you go during the winter, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, why does this look so strange? Like, what's different about it? So here's what it generally looks like with that summer and that winter beach, where you've got that slope down, you have a lot of sand, and then the winter beach, you've got all these pebbles, a couple cobbles in there. It's just much rockier. A lot of lag. You could try restarting your browser. Lots of spaghetti? What? Anyway, that's the difference between summer and winter beaches. Just kind of a cool fact. So if you're ever, by the beach, even right now, as it's getting a little warmer, it's still probably more rocky. It hasn't had the time to get all that sand to come in with those smaller waves. But if you look at the end of like August, you'll have like the most built up beach. Volume keeps going on and off. Is anybody else experiencing that?
Everything's good on my end.
Here, I'll do my own test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it sounds pretty good on my end, so. Yeah, not sure what's going on. It could be your connection. But anyway, so that's it for the beaches themselves between these summer and winter beach types. This is beach. You could see all that nice sand built up. There's that dune we were talking about with all the vegetation. It's really good for beaches to have that because it protects them from erosion, right? Having those plants kind of anchoring that dune. If that wasn't there, it would have all this sand just blown away from side to side. Yeah, it could if you've ever been to Robert Moses. And then here's another picture showing that dune, right? That large slope that goes downwards. And then you could see it gets really flat. This would be more like a winter beach. You can see there's still some snow up here, but you can see definitely that this has all come down quite a ways. So this is also Robert Moses.
A lot less beach than you would see in the summertime.
Right. So going back, right? Look here, there was the dune and it was nice and a gentle slope before you got to that lip. But then here you can see it's not that gentle. It's much, much steeper from the dune. And it just has to do with the size of the waves. And that brings us to something that may have affected you if you've ever gone swimming at the beach for like an extended period of time, which is longshore drift. So again, put yourself on the beach, close your eyes, think about it, right? You put your towel down, you go in, you swim for a while, and you get out. And your towel is never exactly where you think it is. Totally wrong. You're probably like at a minimum 20 feet to the side one way or another. Or at worst, it's like all the way down and you just have no idea how you even got like where you are. So this has to do with the fact that the waves, when they come in, don't go straight up and then come straight back down. They come up at a little bit of an angle and then they come back out at that same angle, like opposite. So it makes kind of like a triangle or a zigzag, right? That it goes up and then it comes down and then it goes up and then it comes down. So you get moved slightly down the beach if you're on that shoreline. So this is something that's called longshore drift, and this explains exactly why you're never at your towel, which is always good to have a colorful towel or some kind of big umbrella or something so that you know where your towel is. Some kind of landmark.
Always need that landmark so you don't get lost.
Yep. Or sometimes you use like a lifeguard tower, that helps too. So the idea of it is like this. The waves come in at an angle, and this is a little bit of sand that's going to move. So you can see it makes a zigzag pattern, and it ends up being down from this longshore drift. And this happens to all the sand on every beach. That sand is constantly being pushed down to somewhere. So there's always moving sand that doesn't stay at the same part of the beach. And that's like another big thing, right, is that sand is not always the same sand at the beach. It's always pretty much new. Because between summer and winter, it's being clawed away and then re-pushed back up. But that it's also moving every day a little bit down the actual like coastline. So it's always new sand that you're stepping on.
Anyone have any questions so far?
That's pretty much it. Just wanted to pop on here and talk about beaches a little bit. Woo! That was a good one.
Bless you.
But yeah, folks, trying to make the videos a little bit shorter. You know, just talk about some cool stuff. Give you some little assignments to go with it.
We don't really have an answer to that.
Oh, thank you.
About going back at the end of the year. As of right now, I mean, it's slated to be the end of the month, but the way that things are looking, more than likely that's not going to happen. So,
yeah,
you know, we could give you our opinions, but ultimately it's not up to us. But I would venture to guess that it's more likely a no than a yes.
Yeah, until the news starts saying that cases are dropping and things are kind of, you know, some of the other people are going back. So, who knows? It could be really any amount of time. We're not sure.
Yeah, nobody really knows. I don't think the people in charge know yet either.
No, they have to make decisions without all the data. So, that's always a tough thing to do. But yeah, we hope you guys are doing well, that you stay active, try and get some fresh air, you know, don't keep too cooped up.
Yeah, make sure you go outside, definitely. Even if it's just to sit out there for 5 or 10 minutes every day.
Assignments, usually we put them up sometime around like 1 or 2 o'clock. So just be on the lookout. We're going to post something else around that time.
Yeah, you have an assignment from Monday that's due tonight. And then we'll put this other assignment up later, and it will be due next Monday.
Right. We always give something and have it due on the next day that we have a video. That way you guys can also go to office hours, which again, for me, is 12:45 to 1:30. And then for Astro, that's 1:30 to 2:15. So definitely make sure that if you have questions, you want to talk about the assignments, just go over things, or just say hi. That's cool too. We'll be in there.
Yeah, definitely. I've had some kids from some of my other classes just pop on, say hello. We talk about the work for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we just talk for a little bit. You know, so if you just, you know, looking to see somebody other than the people in your house, we're there.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess that's everything we got, and we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Have a good one,
Hope to
folks.
see some of you guys there. Have a good day.